I like to talk about the real meaning of tvam asi, not just the most common original understanding of tvam asi, which is the original translation as I am that. Tvam asi is a Sanskrit word. It's like a form of expanding consciousness, identifying that I am all of it. But I'd like to go a bit deeper on this. In Christianity, it's when God says, I am that I am. It's when I believe Jesus says in the Gospel of Thomas 7:7, split a piece of wood and I am there. Lift up the stone and there you will find me. And it's much deeper than just a identification with certain things, but an identification with all of it, as in, instead of tvam asi meaning I am that, I'd say tvam asi means embrace the fullness of your being. What do I mean, you may ask, by embrace the fullness of your being? I mean, embrace your humanity along with your divinity, your feelings, the mind, the ego, and the soul, and awareness. Embrace all of it. Thoughts, etc. All realities, all thoughts, etc. So it's not really holding on to one thing. I mean, and it's truth, because if you hold on to one thing, or if you define yourself as something, you confine yourself, because you are everything and nothing. You're beyond it all, but also you are it all. You are incomprehensible. You cannot be put into words who you really are. I mean, it's who you really are is all of it. I mean, at this exact moment right now, you're experiencing yourself through the senses, through a certain state of being, the mind, thoughts, and it's all a part of everything. Your body, the breath, the air around you, the earth, how you see this world to be, how you conceptualize who you think yourself to be, and all of that is within who you really are. And who you really are is just flowing in and out with all these realities of tvam asi. Who you really are is embracing the fullness of your being. I mean, because that's what you're doing here right now. You're embracing who the ego, who you think you are right now. You're embracing who you really are at the moment. You're embracing thoughts, realities, form. You're in this form. And it's only from the formless, where you can acknowledge and witness that there is form, that there is a form. So obviously that just shows you are the formless too. I mean, and that's just one level of the whole thing. And it's that too is a part of it all. Tvam asi, you are literally all of it. Infinite worlds, infinite realms, infinite experiences. They're all just experiences, like in Buddhism. The Buddha says it's just experience. Right now you're hallucinating. You don't need drugs because you're already hallucinating. It's very interesting. Shivoham, Shivoham. I am pure consciousness, bliss of the universe. Everything am I. And it's not a question of to be or not to be anymore. To be reincarnated, to be enlightened, to be reborn or not, to be free from samsara or not, that's no longer the question. Because who you are is beyond all that. Anyways, you will always be free from it. You never were in it, but you will also always be in it. The illusion, but also beyond it. So as long as so it's interesting to ask yourself, what are you really doing here then? On one level, you're really doing nothing at all. You're nobody, going nowhere. There's nothing to do. You just are. I am. Just like a flower in a cloud. And then on another level, there is something to do. You are somebody going somewhere. Just as there's tons of thoughts. There's one thought in this moment, and there's another thought coming the next. That's just another reality. Thoughts create your own reality, the Buddha said. And that's true. Until you realize I am and not think I am, there's going to keep coming, there's going to keep on coming thoughts and experiences and lifetime after lifetimes and realities. Until you can no longer, until you are beyond thought, which is time, when you are free from thoughts and the craving for experience, whether it be being alive or being dead in the dead sense, it's still a craving of experience. When you have no craving for any experience whatsoever, you are every experience, but you are no experiencer. There's just experience. You have gone the crisp. You have gone the journey. The whole adventure. This is going to end the video about tvam. The last thing I'd like to talk about is death in relation to loving kindness. Loving kindness is important. It not only elevates your own mood and frequency in your karma, but at the moment of death, if you were to have loving kindness, no matter who you are, who you were, how many bad sins you've done, at that moment, if you had loving kindness, you could bring yourself to heaven or a higher plane of consciousness. At the moment of death, where your consciousness is at is very important. A reflection on your good deeds releases you from fear, gives you more faith. Faith allows the energy to come through, which raises your frequency and consciousness even more for you to be free from other forms of karma that would be if you were not that, at that level of raising through the faith. And yeah, there'd be less suffering. So what is that, a fear? And that quality of loving kindness can allow you the opportunity with an open heart to merge with who you really are, beyond being high or low, beyond heaven, hell, all planes, just remaining as the I am. that I talked about earlier. Realize I am, not don't think I am. And you either stay as I am eternally, or you choose to be a bodhisattva and go out to relieve others from suffering.